everyone, my name is Claire, and we've had this YouTube channel for a while, done a whole bunch of different things on it, and it's gonna start taking a turn to be a little bit more posting for me about my journey to becoming a teacher. I am currently almost finished my master's in teaching for elementary education and special education. So this year I am starting to work as a special education teacher in Maryland. While I finish up my degree, and it's really exciting. I've been working in the school for several years. I started off as a substitute and a long-term substitute. I worked in some inclusion, self-contained special education classrooms, and then I spent 2 years working as an instructional assistant for pre-K, all while going back to school to get my degree so I could get my certificates and become a teacher. So I'm really excited. I'm glad to be taking you guys along on this journey, and I will appreciate and love any feedback and any advice that people can provide. I am currently at an elementary school where I will be working with primary grade kids, so pre-K through second grade. All of them with IEPs that require a variety of different services, sometimes working with them in their classrooms or pulling them out into my classroom for services. So that's what this first set of videos are going to be about, me setting up my classroom. So first, let me take you on a tour and show you what I'm working with. Here is my space. Do a quick little pan around. So it is huge. I'm very happy with so much space, but definitely have to take some time, figure out how I want to lay it out, where I want to put things. This classroom last year, and maybe the year before, I'm not sure, because it's my first year at the school, was used for all the SEIAs. They each had their own teacher desk. So it was like a SEIA room, that's special education instructional assistant. That's what we call them here, SEIAs or SIAs. And I'm really glad that the school gave all of them that space. I've been at schools before where an SEIA just had a student desk in the classroom that they worked in, maybe a drawer and a filing cabinet to put their purse in, not a lot of space and no area for them to go and like decompress and just like take their break and chill, other than other common areas in the school building. I've also worked at a couple schools like this one that did provide the SEIAs their own desks and their own spaces. So it's very cool. Don't worry, just because I took over this classroom, they moved the SEIAs to another area so that I and the other special education teacher could be next to each other. So they still have their own spaces, they still have their desks, just in a new spot. But this room wasn't a classroom last year. So they've brought in for me some tables to use and some chairs. Let's see if I can. So I requested these tables and I have some student chairs. But now, after I bring in all the rest of my stuff, I have to start planning out how I want this room to be. It is a special education room, and at our school, it's not inclusive and self-contained classrooms for what I will be working with. I will be going into classrooms frequently and pushing in to provide services to students, but sometimes I will bring them into here. So that's what I need to kind of plan out, is how I want the room to flow for when I do bring small groups of students back into my room to provide various services. So I'm gonna take a break now, go unload the rest of my car, and then I'll be back. All right, so now I got more of my stuff brought in. This still isn't even everything. I still have a staggered bookcase, a puppet theater, 2 more bookcases, and other bins of things I've been collecting for years for this final day when I would get my classroom. But now is when I'm going to start attempting to figure out how I want to set up the room. If you have any suggestions, please feel free to leave them in the comment, because like I said, I'm first year and this room wasn't a classroom before, so I can't even like take some inspiration from how the previous teacher had it. There's my smart board, and all those wires and everything are pretty much obviously set there. So I'm thinking that I will probably have the trapezoid tables kind of here in the middle space so that they can look to the smartboard as needed, but also possibly be able to see the dry erase board. I'll probably, I have a really nice carpet that's more of like a fluffy fun carpet, not a classroom carpet, but I'll still probably put that maybe in front of the board in case I want the kids to sit to be able to do some work at the board. Like I said, I do have a staggered bookcase, so I want to create like a reading nook, and that's where I might actually instead put the carpet over there with some big fluffy pillows, so there's a space to like be comfy and read. I also have to have a space for if any outside services come in, so if music therapy or occupational therapy come, I have to get another teacher desk in here so that they have their own space. I might use this corner because that's where the color printer is, and it's pretty set and there's a lot of wires there, so keeping kids out of that corner will be a good idea. And so I really like the windows there, so I'll probably have my desk near the window so I can bring my plants in. But yeah, I am not sure what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna put the phone down and start playing around with moving things till I have to take a break and run home to meet somebody for Cub Scouts and then come back again. All right. Made some progress moving things out at the center of the room and moved my desk near the window for sunlight. Then I decided to try and turn on my smartboard so I could put on a YouTube video or some music to listen to while I worked. There were lots of wires, but it looked like everything was connected, so I tried turning everything on. The projector and computer turned on, but I couldn't get the monitor to turn on so that I could actually see to log in. Then I realized that the projector wasn't actually aimed at the screen. It must have gotten bumped when they were cleaning, so I will fix it another day. It was time to start unpacking all the bags and boxes I brought from my old school. The rest of the video, there may be some parts that bounce forward and backward in time as you see furniture moved around. Sorry. When I was filming it, I didn't really think through the process of how I was going to put it together for this video, so bear with me. Thanks. Alright, so here's where I stand now. It appears, I guess, obviously at some point this room was used as a classroom, and there are some squat spots on the carpet there, so that is a nice find. I may end up pulling them up and rearranging them, because right now they arc into the seat where I have to sit if I'm doing stuff there, but it's a nice surprise. Here's where I have the student tables. If you saw me switching the order around first year, so I didn't get to pick, I left a wish list with the custodians for 3 trapezoid tables. These are the 3 tables they gave me, and if you can notice, one is a different shade than the other 2, so just my OCD, I needed to have the one that was different in the middle, so that it looks prettier. That's as far as I've gotten right now. I have my teacher table there, and I'm gonna play around with if I keep it like that or if I turn it back the way it was at the start of the video so that my back is to the windows. What I'm trying to consider is the other special education teacher mentioned that frequently, the SEIAs or even a student or other staff will come in and they tend to sit like on the other side of the desk to talk, or sometimes kids come in for a break and they just want to sit there and color. So she actually has 2 desks for hers, so that she has like a whole second desk like in front of hers, so that when people sit there, it doesn't matter if she's got all her stuff spread out, they have their own space. I don't have another desk in here to use for that, and the desk that I'm gonna get is, like I said, gonna come over here in this corner for outside services. So they would just have to kind of be able to sit at my desk to talk to me, which is why I wanted to leave space in front there for somebody to come in and they could take my chair from the computer desk and then sit to talk to me if we need to discuss things. Alright, so here is the rug that I mentioned. It's super soft and fluffy, so it's definitely meant more for like lounging on and resting on. So right now I have it in front of the dry erase board, but I may instead remove some of those spots. I think for the most part I will never have, even 6 kids in a group. That's a lot. I don't foresee me having that many kids in here at a time. It's probably going to be more groups of 2 to 3 at a time. So I could probably put some of the spots in front of the Promethean board if I want them on the floor to be able to get up and move and interact with it. And then same, I could put some here and then try to create a reading nook along this wall, just by like blocking off some of the cabinets, maybe in the corner there, so I can have some decorations on the cork board, which I still have to figure out what I'm gonna get to cover those. I've gone back and forth between using plain, like the craft paper that I can get from the art teacher, because it's first year and I don't really know what I want, or do I want to invest in some better than paper, or I know some teachers use the fabric because it doesn't fade, similar to the better than paper. My theme is kind of like nature, camping, outdoors, calm, neutral colors. So there's the rug. Then my sister got me pillow covers. I was kind of an idiot, and I didn't realize when I put them on my Amazon list that it was just the covers. It didn't come with the pillow inserts. So still need to get the pillow inserts, but they're nice, big, giant pillows. They'll be comfy to sit with the carpet and be able to relax. And then I'm about to assemble this floor lamp. There's a lot of light in here, but it's very bright, so I may explore being able to have some different floor lamps and some string lights to help, and then we do have the natural sunlight as well, so try to see if there's ways to not have it so bright, especially if I am going to use the Promethean board, because a lot of times that doesn't like it when the lights are on. And then my mom got me a diffuser and a whole fabulous kit of oils. So the next step is going to be building my lamp and setting up my diffuser so I can start making the room relaxing while I keep working. Love this new lamp, and I'm so excited to have it for alternate lighting. It came with 2 felt pads, but I couldn't find anywhere exactly where it looked like they were supposed to go. Later, my husband told me that they're for the feet and you just put them wherever you want, so I'll take care of that another day. Next, I picked an oil called Adaptive to put in my new diffuser. It said it helps promote calming in a new environment or job. This is both, so I decided to use it and I really liked it. So I realized after that I never actually filmed an end of the day summary clip for day one. So here it is. After I did the lamp and the diffuser, I tried moving my desk in a few different places. It was a little tight having the file cabinet right behind the desk, and then my chair moving in and out. So played around with a couple different ways and found a way that I liked. I also tried moving the carpet to a couple different areas. So need to come back for the day 2 video so you can see how I ended up finishing where my desk was going to be and where the carpet is and what the next round of decorating is going to be. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm just getting started and I would love to have you join me for this journey. And like this video, leave me some comments with any feedback or ideas you have. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.